Hello everyone and welcome to another highly anticipated video. I'm really excited to put this one out there. This video is going to talk about what to watch out for when basically trying to get into the business of futures trading. Any kind of trading really you can apply it to. You can apply it to forex, trading stocks, trading options, anything you want to do in trading. You really want to make sure that you take a look at these principles and weigh them against what you're being sold, presented, or given, as for educational resources and services. So without further ado, let's get started. Number one thing, I'm sure you guys heard this phrase or statement before, but it is really important, and we're going to put it at the very front, and that is number one, why 95% of traders fail. Well, there are two main points that go into that one. Point A is that people go into trading without any education or any prior knowledge of any decent quality on how to operate as a trader. That is by far number one. A lot of people, go into trading, they think they're going to make a quick buck or quick money, or they'll be able to quickly change their job, and they can leave their job and just sit down at the computer and it'll just pop. Green, they'll make the big money. It is that's the hook. That's the hook that basically gets people to sit down. That's the first thing. I mean, I can't lie. This happens to everyone. I don't care if you call yourself the biggest pro that there is out there. All of us at some point had that kind of an idea. However, most of us who are still around in this business figured out that that is not the way, and that we have to learn to love the way of educating ourselves and preparation especially. And the second point B, is that people who actually find the education to start learning and experiencing trading for the first time, whether it's forex, futures, stocks, options, anything, they learn from people who don't trade themselves. These people will pose themselves as traders, and they're active in the markets. However, there are plenty services out there that just sell systems. And just by that token, the credibility of such a service or such a trader is diminished if they are to, teach you or sell you something that actually works. Number one thing in that second point I want to make is that if someone's selling you something, can they use it themselves to the results that they claim that they're getting or that you should be getting? So that's the second point. So just quickly, number one, why 95% traders fail. Point A is that people go in without any education or knowledge whatsoever. Point B, that they learn from people who don't trade themselves, period. Number two, things you want to make sure of. So we are segueing from why 95% traders fail to how to get closer to the 5% that don't. So under number two, you want to make sure that you can observe someone who you want to follow or learn from, at least for a week or two at minimum. See them doing the thing that they claim they can teach you. So it's really important for you to have access to something like that when you're first starting out, when you're finally have enough information to dip your toes in, maybe spend a little money on education. That's all good and fine. However, whoever you're purchasing that service or package from, or the education materials, you want to make sure that you can observe this person for a period of time before you buy in at best, but also when you buy in afterwards, after you learn, that you can also observe this person and get the support that you need to keep improving or reinforcing the things that you've learned or the things that you're using within your trading. However, following that person and looking at their materials and their live or simulated trading, which simulated is fine too. It doesn't have to be real money as long as it displays at least consistency with some results and at least with their own method. You wouldn't believe how many people cannot be even consistent with their own rules of their own strategy. And that's probably number one thing you need to look and watch out for when already on the second step of your research. Lastly, under the make sure umbrella, make sure to watch out for traders, mentors, teachers who call themselves professional. The only professional traders out there are people who work for banks, institutions, maybe hedge funds, and even people who work for hedge funds don't want to call themselves professional traders. Okay? So anyone who tells you that they're professional, that we are all professionals, it's more likely to make them look professional, but doesn't mean that they are professional. Okay? Being a professional requires a professional license. There are, CFTC licenses for that, and we are all pretty much retail traders out here. No one's professional until they show you that they have the certification. That's it. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to be taught by someone who's certified, but you need to be taught by someone who is credible and at least can follow their own system, somebody who can display a degree of consistency, somebody who can display a degree of responsibility for their own results, for their own method, and somebody who can own up to making a mistake. Because if you stumble upon a professional or a guru teacher who has a mistake and does not allow it to be discussed, those people are just trying to sell you perfection. And there's no such thing as perfection. Anybody who tells you, oh, we had 100% trading week, month, year, our strategy is 99%, you know what? It may very well be, but the more that they tout it, it's very possible that it is not true. Things just aren't as you are being told. So definitely, guys, do your research. Make sure that you're not just trying to go in without any knowledge whatsoever, but any knowledge that you want to acquire, any education, any service, anything. Make sure that you guys can observe somebody using it first before you buy in. Okay? No professionals. It just doesn't exist. We are all retail traders. Professionals work for banks, institutions, so on and so forth. That's going to be it for this video, guys. We're going to keep it short and sweet. However, I will be putting out a couple other videos that are going to complement this series. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much info in one, so you guys can easily use these as a reference topic by topic. We will also have a video about software and systems, things that a lot of people, a lot of gurus or quote-unquote professionals try to sell out there on the web, and some of them are okay, some of them are good, some of them are really bad. We're not going to talk about particular ones. We're going to talk about what to watch out for. That's basically the theme of this whole mini-series. Another one that we're going to talk about are the systems themselves and what a decent system, trading strategy needs to have in it, no matter where the entries are, where the exits may be, and what the charts look like. That's completely irrelevant until money management. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for checking this one out. We're going to keep them coming. And yeah, guys, thank you very much. Keep it simple and see you on the next one.